Hey guys, so today what we're going to be doing is showing you how to skin out a deer in less than 10 minutes. Some of the first things you're going to need for that are gloves, a knife, and a rope to hang your deer in a tree branch. So what we're going to be doing here is taking your knife, using the whole blade to cut around the first joint. So what I'm doing is I'm working my knife blade around that joint so that it will be able to pop out of socket and come right off. Now you can just work on cutting through the joint and the leg will pop right off. Just like that. And do the same thing on this other side and just pop it out a joint there and cut out the joint and you're good to go on this leg. You want to be careful not to cut the bone too much because you'll dull your blade. Now moving down here, find the first joint up at the knee and work your way in. Wasn't quite ready to pop out of place there. You got to cut through that joint, then it will pop right out of place and you can just cut the little ligaments holding it together. You can just pop it out of joint like that and just work on cutting it all off right there. You'll want to be careful that you take off that spot of brown fur as well because that's the tarsal gland and you don't really want that touching your meat. So there's one leg. We're going to do the same thing on this leg right here. So I cut right through there and start working my way into the joint and cutting where the ball meets the socket there. So I've popped the joint and now I can just work my way up through the skin, cutting around that tarsal gland and working the leg off. Now all the four legs are off, now we can begin skinning it. So I take my gut hook and run my gut hook all the way up the neckline, just opening it up the way you do when you gut it. You just peel back some of that sinew, work it up to the base of the skull. Once I've cut up to the base of the skull, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around it. What I'm doing right here is just separating some of the neck muscle from the skin itself. To work my way up. Now you just use your gut hook to cut a nice clean cut all the way around the head. Just like that. Just want to separate that neck skin from the muscle and pull it away. Once you get enough of it pulled away, you can pull a lot of the skin off, which I'm going to demonstrate here in a second. So I'm starting to work my way around the shoulder. Be careful that you don't cut into the shoulder blade and the muscles around that, because that's meat you're going to use and you don't want to be slicing it all up right now. I'm going to take my gut hook and skin out that front left leg. Once I've done that, we can pull that skin off the leg and move on to the next leg. So I'm just cutting it away from the shoulder right there, as you can see. So I'm working my way down along the brisket. It's good to always have your rope secured tightly. It slipped a little there and it's not fun when the deer falls on you. Using my knife to cut the skin away from the shoulder. Now I'm using my gut hook to run this knife down the length of the leg. Sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge to get your knife in good, but I got it there. Now I'm just going to work this skin out. You want to be careful when you're skinning not to be pushing in really hard with the knife. I'm letting the knife do the work. Your knife should be sharp enough that it can easily cut the skin away from the body. Here what I'm doing is I'm using what I call the taco method, where you roll it up like a taco or a burrito and pull it down. Gives you a little bit of leverage and it usually comes right off. You gotta really tug on these legs. Sometimes they're pretty tough. There it is. I'm rolling it up like a taco and pulling it right down. I can do this most of the way down the body now from here on out. Use the knife a little bit more, free that up. Free up some more right there. You can just cut any muscles sticking to the skin away and just pull it down there. See, I'm rolling it up like a taco, pulling it right down the body. Just use that knife to work it right off, and it shouldn't be that hard. You gotta put a little bit of elbow grease in it to get it off. Now what I'm doing is using my gut hook to cut the inside of the hams all the way down. And what that does is that allows it where I can skin out those back legs a lot easier. Just still working my way down. Using that method, just pulling it right down. Using my knife here to just separate that skin from the hams, it should come right off where you can see I've made the cuts, and you can just peel it away from there. A little bit of sinew and stuff there, you gotta cut it away. Pulls it right down. Once I get down this far, I can stick my fingers down near where the rear end is and just pull it all out, just like that. When you get down to skinning around the tail, you can usually just pull it off as far as possible and it will break off about 2/3 of the way down. Here I'm just trimming out this left leg a little bit. Working it off, there goes the tail and here goes the right leg. And that's how you skin a deer in less than 10 minutes. Hope you learned something today on the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Click the like button. If you have an idea of something else we could do, leave it in the comments and we'll try to get it done for you. Subscribe and keep following us for more cool videos. Have a great day and God bless.